Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Hempel and I will be talking about the leaves in Kern's car and the less reliability of exact location. So, the muscadine grape leaves found in Kern's vehicle were left dry and intact, leading investigators to believe they have only been there for weeks. The oak leaves found in his vehicle were also at the crime scene, but they are the most common trees in wooded areas of Florida. Kern was a carpenter, so he might have been working somewhere that had those trees and they got into his vehicle. He also lived in a trailer park, so maybe there were oak trees there. So there's really no way to possibly know if those leaves came from the crime scene, but they were pretty certain that they did. Dr. Hardy used forensic botany to determine from the leaves found in Kern's vehicle, and they were also at the crime scene. From using forensic botany, he did find that they were the same leaves, but Callie will mention later, forensic botany is relatively new, so there was no determination as to how he found the leaves to be the same, besides using Millerville University herbarium to piece together the information. According to a news article, her body was found in an advanced stage of decomposition and also covered in bleach. The leaves found at the crime scene could have been tampered with since the body was covered in bleach, and some of these determining factors could have been used. So if the body was covered in bleach and the leaves that they found at the crime scene were what if they were in bleach? We would never know if those leaves were good or not. Some findings. According to the Millersville News, Dr. Hardy mentions forensic evidence is often fragmentary, meaning he sees bits and pieces of stems and leaves, making the identification difficult. Usually, however, he has a pretty good idea of which species the fragments might be from, and then, to be certain, he compares the fragments to preserved specimens of those possible species in the university herbarium. When he mentioned usually I have a pretty good idea, that usually doesn't always mean that he could be correct. It just means that he has a pretty good idea of what species those are. But he was questioned about if the live oaks were widespread in Florida, which he agreed that was true, but they were unique, meaning they were most likely from the same area. However, he did not get a chance to sample all of the live oaks in Central Florida to produce an exact range, and Olivia will be going into more detail about the reliability of oak trees, but since he didn't get a chance to sample all of the live oaks, there's no way to possibly tell if those live oaks came from the crime scene because they are very widespread in Florida. So they could have been from a different area and just gotten into his car. Like, we all drag in stuff from outside. So, I mean, they had a pretty good chance of finding out if it was from that crime scene, but there's still no way to possibly tell if there was the same leaves. And here's my references. Thank you.